What movie takes more than one watch to fully understand? I watched Tenet 4 days ago for the third time and now I understand 50 of it. But when I watch it tomorrow for the first time, I will only understand 10 of it. The Usual Suspects and Shutter Island. Rewatching it gives you an entirely different opinion on a lot of the characters. Primer. Fight Club doesn't take more than one watch to understand, but there's so much of it you can't fully appreciate the first time around, and all the film trick shit you straight up miss. Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy. Memento WTF. Brazil. Donnie Darko. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Blade Runner 1982 has multiple re-watch value. Maybe not fully understand, but Shutter Island as a re-watch gives you an entirely new perspective. I'd absolutely recommend to anyone that liked it or hadn't seen it yet. Godfather. Spaceballs. Cloud Atlas. Mulholland Drive. 2001, Akira. Fight Club. I Am Mother. Interstellar. Not necessarily what you asked, but the prestige is great upon rewatches. Ghost in the Shell. I have seen it multiple times, and I still only pretend like I get it. Edit: I was referring to the original 1995 Oshii version. Not sure about others. Maybe not fully understand, but I caught so much the second time I watched Coherence. And even caught more things the third. Such a cool movie. Synecdoche, New York. The Big Lebowski. Inception. Matrix. Memento. The Shining. American Beauty and The Departed. Mulholland Drive, and I love this movie. Pulp Fiction. Mulholland Drive. Cloud Atlas. Big Fish. Once you watch it in a philosophy class, you know you're going to have to watch it again on your own time. Black Swan. In terms of tone, Hereditary. Once I knew what to expect, I was able to see the dark comedy. Not a movie, but Arrested Development. You catch so much foreshadowing on the second binge. And the fourth binge is honestly a treat if you're actually paying attention, because you're catching all the jokes and foreshadowing at the same time. Beverly Hills Chihuahua. Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy. Akira. This anime movie called Your Name like bruh. I've watched it 4 times and still don't understand a damn thing. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I would assume Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I still have no fucking idea what's happening or what it means. For me it was Arrival with Amy Adams. I sort of just went with the language aspect of it. On the second watch I was like, ooh, I get it. Cool concept. Shutter Island for sure. The second watch through is from S whole new perspective. Highly recommend if you haven't seen it. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Any Coen Brothers movie. Pretty much the entire Christopher Nolan catalog. 2001: A Space Odyssey. Steven Soderbergh's remake of Solaris. There are so many things going on the first time through that make no sense. On later viewings, you think, now I know why she's carrying a doorknob. And don't even get me started on the ending. It's a television series, but the end of the Fing world. There are so many micro-expressions and dialogue with significant subtext. Amazing storytelling. Waking Life. Maybe I need to watch it sober. Brazil. Requiem of a Dream. I remember watching it while I was still in the Marines. This would have been when it first came out in the early 2000s. Anyways, internet was very limited then. But we had to Google search the internet for any crib notes because that movie just melted our brain tears of joy. Syriana. Cloud Atlas. I have Memento tattooed on my forearm for some reason. Primer 2004. The Prestige 2006. Mulholland Drive 2001. Watched these several times. Kind of get it, kind of don't. Very cerebral. I've read the explanations and when I rewatch it sort of helps. But it's like my brain doesn't compute. The Room. I don't care how many times you watch it, you'll never understand it. Forrest Gump. Napoleon Dynamite. Cloud Atlas. Took me about 3 watches until I fully understood. Cloud Atlas. Beautiful movie. Cloud Atlas seems to take several visits. 2001 A Space Odyssey. It seems like it's just a slow-moving space wreck, with random primates fighting, then monoliths, basic corporate space stuff, then AI going wrong, and quiet weird confusing shit that has a bizarre space meltdown at the end. Takes 2 or 3 watches to understand what the hell is really going on. Cloud Atlas. I think this is one of Tom Hanks' better works. Not a movie. Well, not entirely, but Neon Genesis Evangelion and End of Evangelion. What a twisted, beautiful mindfuck. Butterfly Effect. Pulp Fiction. Casino Royale. The Prestige. Pulp Fiction. Predestination. Donnie Darko. Requiem for a Dream. Dark City. Paul Verhoeven. The director of Total Recall was on an interview with Arnold Schwarzenegger on the 30-year anniversary. Verhoeven explained some details to a baffled Schwarzenegger. Yeah, at least 5 or 6 times to get it all. Black Bear 2020 with Aubrey Plaza. She is superb in this incidentally. The Prestige. I'll never get over how the DVD case had a review on the back of it that said something like the moment the film ends you'll want to start it over and watch it again. So accurate. One of the best twist endings I've ever seen. Memento. Primer. Cable Guy. It's not hard to understand. But like a great song, it took a few trips to fully get it. I hated it at first, but it was on HBO all the time, and finally after the 3rd or 4th time I realized how great it was. Primer. People have made web pages explaining the time travel timeline. I'm still not sure if it's that complex, just filled with loose ends. Tenet. Oppenheimer. I understood most of the things, but there were times when they would say a lot of information and I got lost. So many. But apparently the recent Dune. I want to like it so bad. But if only I could stay awake long enough to form an opinion. This is someone who has a top 5 including Shawshank. And above mentioned Mulholland Drive and Night at the Majestic. Donnie Darko. I actually didn't understand that movie until I watched the deleted scenes with the commentary, and there's a scene that they cut that would have totally made the entire movie make sense. Donnie Darko. Shutter Island. Amelie. You need to see it a few times to appreciate it. Inception. Memento. 12 Monkeys, Fight Club, Prisoner of Azkaban. No Country for Old Men. No one registers the main character as Tommy Lee Jones. Shaun of the Dead or any of the Cornetto trilogy movies. Memento. I had to see it twice before I understood what was going on. Children of Men. Watched it on HBO after it came out. It was okay. But with the reviews and showing up on lists of best movies, I guess I need to watch it again.